Directly overhead, a couple of single-engine fighters that are on display at the American Airpower Museum. We're going to see a whole lot of airplanes from them today. P-51 Mustang and a P-40 Warhawk. Overhead, the TBM Avenger, I believe. Right here on Long Island, a 3-person crew torpedo bomber raft till he was picked up by a rescue submarine. But going in front of us now, the Mustang and the Warhawk, the P-51 and the P-40. They're sponsored by Cockpit USA, makers of Made in the USA, finely crafted flight jackets and aviation and heritage-inspired apparel for over 45 years. They're the company that brought the A2 jacket back to the Air Force in 1987. They're a flight jacket supplier to the United States Air Force for over 30 years and supplying aviators, supporting and helping make the American Airpower Museum a great place to visit and to remember the heritage of aviation here on Long Island.
We're grateful for their continued support, obviously very interested in sharing the stories that are so impactful and important to the residents right here on Long Island.
Last night, Stephanie, you and I and many people had the opportunity to go over to Mitchell Field where Charles Lindbergh started his huge flight back in 1927, that first solo flight ever across the Atlantic.
New exhibits, they've got a Tomcat. I mean, it's just spending some time in that museum opens your eyes to the depth of history for aviation, and all, again, I keep saying this, but all of the touch points back to right here.
And if you go to the American Airpower Museum, located right on the northeast corner of Republic Airport, every weekend they're open 10 to 5, and you can see some airplanes that have been lovingly restored and kept flying in a way that the pilots who fly. They don't do this just to show off. They do this so that people will remember the price that was paid for our freedom.
We are here celebrating with our families, enjoying a day on the beach, and also taking a moment to remember. And when you look at these warbirds, this parade of warbirds that's out there flying right now, it gives you pause to think about the age of the men who flew these. Have to let you listen right there to the engine. Love that sound, Rob. But these were teenagers.
When one thinks about how important Long Island has been, the second generation of Air Force aircraft, and that's the A-10 Thunderbolt II that we will
see fly today.
Yeah.
It was great to see Major Johnson Parker airplane out there at Republic next to a lovingly restored A-10 and a number of other airplanes in the museum there.
Now you'll see the Mustang pull up. Let me tell you a little bit about as it goes out, because we've got a story about the pilot of that. That aircraft was, the Mustang that you see high and to the right, was not actually developed for the United States Army Air Forces. It was prior to America's entry into World War II, in 1940, that the British, already at war with Germany since 1939, needed some more airplanes to fight alongside their Hurricanes and Spitfires. Dutch Kindleberger said, I don't want to build somebody else's airplane. He said, give me 120 days. Now that was 120 days, a most bold statement, even in the earlier days of aviation. How are they going to do that? Well, he and his designers, Lee Atwood, Edgar Schmood, and Ray Rice and their teams already had some information about a wing design that had been developed by the National Advisory Committee on Aeronautics, the predecessor to NASA. I'm getting too deep here.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This is, I absolutely love it. Please continue.
Okay, so anyway, that was the rabbit that he pulled out of the hat, this new wing design. 117 days later, as I'm told, the first Mustang, liquid cooled, just like the P-40 Warhawk, and it was handed over to the British and performed quite well at lower altitudes. Packard built Merlin engines to go in that airplane right there. Now, recall, if you will, the sound of Chris Thomas's SNJ and Warbird Thunder and that radial piston engine and those little mini sonic booms we heard. Listen to this. It's a V12 liquid-cooled engine. It's got a radiator, generates over 1,400 horsepower, even more under with the 130 low lead air avgas they used to put in them. But it is phenomenal. Let's watch the Mustang, listen to it. Then I want to tell you a story about, Steph and I are going to tell you a story about the pilot. 15,000 or so of these Mustangs were built.
And only 150 remaining, 1% or so. So watching this fly is incredible because of what it used to represent versus what's available to us now, lovingly cared for
by the American Airpower Museum. There is just very few nicer things to hear than the sound of a piston engine, be it a radial or a V12 like we hear on the Mustang. It's just very rare, and air shows are among the fewest places you can go to hear them anymore.
Could you hear that? That telltale whistle, Rob? Where is that coming from on the airplane?
Well, a couple of places. One, it could be from the radiator scoop where the air goes in to cool the oil and the coolant for the radiator for the motor, or it could come from the whistle of the wind whistling in the gun ports for the 3 on either side, total 6 50 caliber machine guns that were mounted as the weaponry of the Mustang. Now we think about an airplane that was built for the British, flown by the Americans, and today we got a Swede.
Thom Richard's story is absolutely fascinating. He is the embodiment of the American dream, coming originally from Sweden with just a little money in his pocket. Rob, what did you tell me? I think you said it was $2,500 maybe?
His grandfather, when he was 17, gave him $2,500 and said, go chase your dream.
And that is exactly what he did. And now here he is flying this iconic aircraft, showcasing this to you. And he is someone who, if you have an opportunity to talk to him, he will tell you, chase your dreams, don't let anything get in the way. And America provides opportunity and good fortune with hard work, dedication, and not giving up.
Indeed. What he wanted to do was fly warbirds like this, and he also wanted to fly racing airplanes at the National Championship Air Races in Reno, Nevada. He has achieved both of those dreams. As a matter of fact, he owns his own P-40 Warhawk, and it is named, of course, American Dream.
That is classic. He also hosts a camp out at his Air Park Ranch where aerobatic performers can knock the rust off after a winter of repairing their airplanes, doing engine overhauls, and it is something that the air show industry is grateful for, the opportunity to get out there and work with him and fly and get back in the saddle, so to speak. An 8-point roll right now. He is flying for you. All the way down the beach, wherever you see it.
How much did it cost? After the war, I was told by our friend Danny Christian to buy a P-51 Mustang. Come along, let's watch it. Wayne Boggs is our air boss. Stephanie, we were just talking here. after the war, you could get these things pretty cheap, right, Wayne?
You could just about get any surplus World War II aircraft for the price of the gasoline in the tanks.
Wow, and in those days it was probably only about 20 cents a gallon.
Yeah, it's cheap. Let me put it that way. You could buy one for $150, which is worth $4 million now.
Wow.
$4 million.
And-
That's Tom Cruise's, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that's something worth mentioning. The Mustang, if you've seen the movie Top Gun Maverick, they open it up and there's Tom Cruise working on a Mustang in a hangar.
It's his Mustang.
It's his Mustang. He really flies it. And at the end of the movie, when he's flying it with his lady friend, it's actually him doing it. Look at this. Oh, there's the whistle.
Triple aileron roll coming over the top for you guys right there, gaining some additional altitude, and just gently eases it over for us. Beautiful photo pass. He's low. We hear the A-10 folks out here. What'd you say?
He's very, very low. That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Over 400-mile-an-hour top speed. It was even used in the Korean conflict from 1950 to 1953, which was the first jet war. It even is a piston engine aircraft saw action against the Russian-built North Korean MiG-15 fighter. Hold your camera sideways, be a little easier to track. Living his dream, living the American dream at the American Airpower Museum, brought to you by Cockpit USA and Newsday. And I think I saw him give a little wing wag as he, look at that. He bled off most of his airspeed, pushed the nose over, and he is headed back to the airport. How about a big round of applause for Thom Richard, the P-51 Mustang, and also that amazing American Airpower Museum that is open today till 5 and tomorrow 10 till 4 at Republic Airport on the northeast side. It is a fantastic place to go back in time.